Hello, welcome to Around the House with Kay and Tom. And today I had to go out for a few minutes this morning, so I happened to see some of this really thin sliced meat here. It's Angus and it's USDA choice, so it should be pretty good. And so I thought, gee, it's been a long time since I had any Philly cheesesteak. So I thought I'd pick up some and try to make us some Philly cheesesteak. I'm going to put these red and orange bell peppers in it, and I know you say it's supposed to be green, and probably it should be, but this has a little color and it looks nice, you know. And we'll have onion, and I got some of these hoagie rolls here. And so let me get situated here and get started with it. First thing I'll do is clean up these veggies a little bit. Okay, now first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut the two ends off this onion here so I can peel it. Oops. And if you go ahead and just split it in two, most of the time it's easier just to peel. And when I get it done, I'll be back. Okay, now I've got those onions peeled and they're sitting over here, and I'm going to take this pepper here, see if I can cut the insides out of that. Without cutting my hand off. I know my knife is way too big for what I'm trying to do. Well, get the seeds out of this and get this other one over here done, and I'll be back. Okay, now I'm going to do this red one. I got a little knife that I can handle a little bit better here. Although it's coming closer to my thumb than the other one did. Now most of the time, if you get the top cut out of them like that, you got seeds in them like this, you know, down in there. If you just take and hit it like that, most of them come right on out. That way you don't have to worry about digging down there with a spoon and all this stuff. Of course, now that I said that, these don't want to come out too good, but they're out. You know, just a few around the edge on the top. All right, now let's get rid of all this trash here. Now I just want to make some strips out of these things, you know. Now this part right here is sticking up like that. I don't usually like to use that, so I just get over to the side of it. Cut like that all the way down. Like I said, I'm just doing some strips like that. You know, just something to lay in there with your sandwich. And, see, those go along really nice. And so I'll finish this one. And I'll be back in a minute. Okay, now I got the red one did like that, and I'm going to do this orange one about the same way. Just cut like that and make some strips. I'll use about half, or maybe just a little bit over half of that one. You know, you can, I don't figure you can ever cut too much of this stuff up, because if you have it left over, still eat it, you know, just by itself. So I'll finish this, which I'm about finished, and I'll be back. Okay, now I've got that done. Now I've got this onion here, like I showed you a while ago, and I just want strips out of it, you know. So I'm just going to cut it like this, and that's going to make about the perfect strip that I want. Now I think I'm going to skip this core in the middle here, because I don't care nothing about that. I'm going to cut that out. Discard it, and then just keep on slicing it like this, and See, they'll come apart by themselves, you know, so you got those little strips down in there. That's what exactly, well, that's what I want. That's what I would think you would want with it too. So, we'll keep on doing this, and we'll get both of these done like this, and I'll be back. Okay, now for the good part, we'll take a couple of pieces of this meat out. To me, when you get to the meat, that's always the good part, you know. Veggies are good, you know, but you gotta draw the line, you know, you gotta have the meat. Veggies are good, but you gotta have the meat to go with them. So, oh, this is gonna be so good. Now, let me put this back in the icebox real quick here. Now, I'm just going to try to cut this into strips. You know, not too wide. Get away from that fat there, and this knife will cut better. There you go. Now, make sure you cut across the grain with it when you're cutting like this, because if you cut it the other way, it's not going to be near as tender for you now. And so I'll finish doing this. And then I'll be back. Now, just for the heck of it, I'm going to take some of this grill mates brown sugar bourbon seasoning and put on here. And I don't want to overwhelm it with it. I just want a hint of it. Let me go put a little bit on the veggies over here, because they're all going in the same pot anyhow. Okay, now, let's mix these up a little bit. All right. Now, while I'm down here, we got my olive oil here. I'll put about 2 teaspoons in this Ninja FOODi DELUXE over here. I don't want much. Okay, now we'll come over here to the Ninja FOODi DELUXE, turn on the power. Well, it'd probably help if I plugged it up. There you go. Okay, now I'm going to turn the selector knob here all the way down here to sear sauteing. That's on high. And we'll just go ahead and hit the button on it. And I'm just going to go ahead and drop this beef right on down in there. Just like that. I'll spread it out just a little bit. That's looking good. Now we'll wait till that starts to sizzle just a little bit, and then we'll drop those veggies in. Okay, that's starting to sizzle, so I'm going to take these veggies and dump them right on down in there. I can already see next time I do one, I might put another piece of meat down in there. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to get one now and put in there. Okay, now it only takes a second to chop that other piece of meat up. Get them down in there. Now, You know, sometimes you just have to improvise as you're going along, you know. Yeah, that looks a better combination right there. I'm going to take a little salt and put in it. Take a little pepper. Now you always have to remember, you can always add more salt and pepper to it after you get it out, but you can't never take it out, you know. So you have to think about that when you're putting it in there, because some people just don't like a lot of salt and pepper or spices and stuff. I try to keep them down to a minimum, especially if somebody's coming that we don't really know well, you know. Yeah, this is looking nice right here. Anyway, I'm just going to keep on stirring this up like this until it gets to where it all looks like it's been in there for a while, and then I'm going to take it out. Okay, that looks pretty much done to me, so I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to get me this bowl here. I'm going to start putting this stuff in it. Well, I'm going to use this pot for something else here in a second. Well, that smells good. I wish you could smell that. Let me finish this and I'll be right back. Now, I've got my hoagie roll here. I put me some Duke's mayonnaise in it. And I'm going to put a piece of this Kraft American cheese down in it. I know I tried to get some Cheese Whiz American cheese, but our Walmart's out of it at the time being. But they had something else I'm going to show you in a second. And we'll put some of that on it. But anyway, I put that down there just like that. Look at good old Duke's mayonnaise off your thumb. Alright, now put this down in there. Just like this. Put as much or as little as you want. I want a lot, especially when it comes to those. I think I want the onions and the peppers as much as I want the meat, because I love them. I'm getting this one piled up pretty good, aren't I? Yeah, they used to pile up so high. Besides that, Kay's got to have one here. So what I was telling you that I did find was this cheddar and bacon. Now, I never had seen any of this before, so oh well, you can't go too wrong with cheddar, and I know you can't go wrong with bacon, so we'll see what it tastes like. I'm just going to put a little bit right on the top here, if I can get smart enough to operate it. There you go. Yeah, that looks good. Now, anyway, I got this rack here because it's Ninja FOODi DELUXE. Now we'll put it down like this so it'll be on the low part. I'll put it down in the Ninja FOODi DELUXE. And when you do, don't forget that pot's still hot. Okay, now I'm going to take my sandwich in this aluminum foil here, and we'll set it right down on top of that rack. Now you get two in there if you want to, but because there's nobody here but me right now, I'll just go get one in there. And now we'll shut the lid, turn on the power, turn him over here to air crisp, and it's at 390, that'll do. No, it won't. I'm going to run it on up to there, that's on air crisp. Hit that. Temperature go up to 400. Now come over here and hit your time button. It don't really matter because I'm going to be looking at it anyway. And I'll just leave it on 10 minutes for the time being. I'm going to hit the start button. Now I'm sure it's not going to take 10 minutes for that to get melt and toast down in there, but we'll look at it in just a few minutes. Okay, that's getting in there almost 5.5 minutes, and I looked at it and I think it's about ready for it to come out, because it's getting pretty toasty looking down in there. I'm gonna raise the lid. Ooh, what do you see this? Okay, let's go reach down here with these tongs and pick it up. Well, let me get a better hold. Bring it right up and set it on this plate. Yeah, don't that look beautiful? And we'll move this over here on the other side so you can see better. Now really, if you like stuff like Philly cheesesteaks and stuff, you know you're going to love this. So let me see if I can get, I know it's not cool enough to take a bite of yet. It's not cool enough to hold on to yet. So I'll be back when it cools off a little bit. Okay, now I can get a hold of it. Let's see what it's like here. I know what it's going to be like. Okay, now I'm going to tell you what's the truth. This is so much better than I even thought it would be. So if you ever get a chance to make you one of these, make it just exactly like I made this one, and you'll love it. It is so good. Maybe it's the Duke's mayonnaise that done it. That's bound to be what it is. And so thanks for watching our videos. We sure appreciate it. If you get a chance, join our channel and give us a thumbs up. And come back and see us real soon. Until we see you again, y'all have a real good and safe day. Goodbye now.